Hello everyone and welcome to your pick a card reading on messages from your ancestors. For this pick a card, I'd like you to take a few deep breaths before picking one pile for your reading. And once you're ready, please pick a pile. So for pile 1, we have the Wild Unknown Tarot. For pile 2, we have the Fairy Tower cards. Or pile 3, the Good Tarot. Hello pile 1 and welcome to your pick a card reading on messages from your ancestors. So right off the bat, pile 1, I feel like there may be a need to spend some time in nature. With the Emperor card, I feel like many of you have very strong connections with Mother Earth. And by spending more time in nature, you may be able to find that balance you're looking for. Nature can be very healing to the soul and your well-being. With this Mending card, I feel like there's something in your life which needs to be looked at more. There may be something that you need to reconcile within yourself or with others. I feel like for some of you, you may be repeating an old situation in your mind over and over, which is creating more confusion and it's draining your life force. It may be time to heal things that you may have suppressed. And for those of you who've been facing your shadow and doing your healing work, it may be time to start doing something different. It may be time to step away from isolation and reconnect with the world again. Because with this Truth Be Told card, this is about letting go of what no longer serves you. Whether this is an old pattern, habit, a way of being. And I feel like for some of you, you know what you need to do to change things. I feel like the number 5 could be quite significant to some of you in this group. With the Here and Now card, I feel like it's time to start embracing your authentic self. Some of you may be feeling misunderstood by others. Some of you feel so different that wherever you go, you feel like you stick out like a sore thumb. Or you feel like you're being rejected. So your ancestors want to remind you it's time to acknowledge your uniqueness. It's time to just step out there and be your authentic self. And that you're always more than enough. You're always a worthy being. For some of you, I feel like past situations is keeping you feeling low and down. There's something about feeling left out in the cold, rejected. So your ancestors want you to go within and gain that inner balance. To start being present in this present moment. Learn from the past, heal from the past, but don't stay there. I'm also feeling like with this Magician and this Mending card, some of you may be life path number 7, or perhaps your destiny number is number 7, but there's something very spiritual about this group. With this Ever Unfolding Rose card, I feel like sometimes you may feel like you're powerless to change things. So your ancestors want to remind you that you are more than capable of changing things in your life. By making the right decisions that are for you. Because you hold all the power you need within to make the changes you seek. Your ancestors would also like to remind you that you have a very strong root, that your connection with Source is very strong. They would like you to start working more with them. I feel like for some of you in this group, you already have a very strong connection with your spiritual team. And for others of you, you may be discovering this about yourself. And your ancestors want you to have faith, have trust that you're on the right path. But there's a need to break some old routines, because I feel like certain old repetitive patterns are keeping you stuck. Because I feel like your soul is ready to embark on the next journey. So some of you will be leaving old aspects of yourself behind. Almost like you'll be reinventing yourself, opening up a new layer that you weren't aware of within. So part 1, hang on in there. I feel like brighter days are coming for you, but there's a need to look at your current patterns and behaviours. There's something that's no longer serving you. It may help to write down how you spend your time and energy each day. It may be time to introduce different things into your routine. I feel like for some of you, your connection with your ancestors become heightened during certain moon phases. There's also a connection with being in nature. Some of you may connect with trees very well. So part 1, your ancestors want to remind you of your sovereign being, the inner power that you hold. That sometimes when you feel like you're powerless, you're actually not powerless. It's just something you're going through. It's just a phase that you're going through to strengthen your integrity, strengthen your values. There's also a need to acknowledge your beauty. Some of you are quite different, and that's okay. And I feel like for some of you, you have a small amount of close friends, which is okay as well. So this is about being true to yourself, part 1, allowing yourself to experiment a little more, stepping out of your comfort zone, releasing what no longer serves you. Because your ancestors say there's significant changes coming into your life. There's a lot of 5s in this spread. So I feel like some of you are undergoing some very powerful changes at this time. So part 1, that's all I have for you for your reading on messages from your ancestors. I hope this reading helped and you enjoyed it. And if you did, please ensure to like, share and subscribe to your channel for more video uploads. And thank you for watching. Catch you next time. Bye. Hello part 2 and welcome to your pick a card reading on messages from your ancestors. So right off the bat, part 2, I'm being drawn to this Dreamer card, which is equivalent to the Fool card. So I feel like this is a period of looking at your life, assessing how far you've come, and looking at ways where you can introduce some adventure into your life. I feel like in this group, many of you are very intuitive, very joyous people, you're risk takers. Some of you may have a strong Sagittarius or Jupiter placement in your natal chart, which is why you're always seeking for new adventure, exploration, expansion. I'm even picking up that for some of you, your life purpose is about exploration, is about experiences gained. I also feel like some of you are on this path to find meaning. You're truth seekers at heart. There's also this feeling of your soul wanting to experience more. You may be asking yourself many questions at this time, like why did that happen to me? What is the purpose of my life? What can I do that is more meaningful on my path? So I feel like in this group, you're natural philosophers, you're natural spiritualists. There's something very deep about you. You're looking for depth and substance in life rather than just the 3D attainments. With this round around card, I feel like some of you have had to let go of certain friendships, relationships. Cycles are a natural part of your life, and I feel like naturally you're very optimistic, very joyful. You enjoy celebrating life, you enjoy embracing life. So part 2, I feel like your ancestors want to remind you that it's okay to sometimes take a step back, rethink things through before taking action. Because with this mending card, I feel like you may be mending, healing your connection with something in your life. For some of you, this could be mending your relationship with money, with the tangible things in life. For some, I feel like you may be reconciling with an old friend or a family member. There's something about spiritual growth which you're undergoing at this time. And I'm also feeling like illuminations will be coming through fast and thick. With this Chariot card and this Align Your Life card, I feel like your ancestors want you to look at things that are working for you and look at things that are no longer working. So it may be a period to take a step back, because I feel like in the near future things will start moving for you. With this Princess of Spring card, your ancestors want you to start tapping into your creative gifts, your creative abilities. Naturally, you're a very energetic group of people, and your ancestors want to tap into some of your creativities. Because I feel like by rejoicing, enjoying, accepting your creativities, you enable energy to flow freely. Especially if energy has been just stuck in one area. It needs an outlet to be expressed in different ways. I'm also feeling like your ancestors want you to be kinder to yourself. For some of you, there may have been a decision which you made in the past which didn't leave you to the path or your desired outcome. So they want you to be more kind, more forgiving of your past decisions and choices. It's time to forgive yourself and build a stronger relationship with yourself. Because I feel like this is a very compassionate group of people. So it's time to be compassionate with yourself. Forgive yourself for past actions. Number 7 is coming out very strongly for this group. So some of you may be life path 7s, or you may just be a very spiritual group of people where spirituality has become the main focus of your life. I feel like this reading is slightly similar to Part 1's reading. So if you feel drawn to Part 1, I would suggest to also watch that pile. So at the centre of your reading, Pile 2, is about tapping into your joyous nature, your childlike nature, embracing the unknown, taking that leap of faith. Because I feel like in a very near future things will start moving for you again. But before it starts moving, it may help to look at areas which you want to let go of, things that have worked for you and things that no longer. I'm also feeling like there's something which needs to be looked at more thoroughly. This could be the way you've been expressing yourself in past relationships or friendships. But there's something that is up for renewal, for mending. So pile 2, it's time to take a bit of a step back to see where you're at this moment in time. Acknowledge your past successes. Forgive yourself for some decisions you made in the past which didn't work out for you. And to start dreaming about what you'd like to attract next. Start visualizing, writing down what will make you happy. Because I feel like you're about to come out of a cycle in your life and into a new one. So before you enter into the new cycle, it may help to release, let go of certain things, so that your new journey can be lighter. And your ancestors want you to know, part 2, that they're always around you and with you. They're rooting for you. And I feel like for some of you, you may be receiving signs from your ancestors through nature. Some of you may be seeing dragonflies. Others of you may be seeing more insects or butterflies. I'm also picking up some of you have a connection with the elementals, with fairies. So it may help to spend some time in nature and be open to receiving signs. So part 2, that's all I have here for your reading on messages from your ancestors. I hope this reading helped and you enjoyed it. And if you did, please ensure to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more video uploads. And thank you for watching. Catch you next time. Bye. Hello Part 3 and welcome to your pick a card reading on messages from your ancestors. So right off the bat, Part 3, I'm being drawn to this Queen of Earth card, which is equivalent to the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you're about to enter a new phase, or you're about to feel rejuvenated in an area of your life. There's something about being open and receptive to a new way of being. I feel like your ancestors want you to come out of this hermit mode, come out of this period of isolation. For some of you, there may be a need to look at your past relationships. Perhaps you're being attracted to certain types. So it may be time to break that pattern. Because I feel like this is a period of you standing in your power when it comes to dating, romantic partners, interests. There's a need to re-establish boundaries. Because with this no card, wait, postpone, pause, say no, it may be time to take some time out for yourself when it comes to relationships, love. For some of you, you may be walking away from a relationship to rediscover yourself. So I feel like for this group, this is more about self-love rather than romantic love at this time. Some of you are encountering deeper emotions within, finding that inner strength and direction you need. Because I feel like for some of you, certain soul contracts are coming to an end. People come into our lives with different purposes, different reasons. Some people are not meant to stay, because once the lesson's learnt, the contract then is fulfilled. So I feel like, Part 3, your ancestors want you to know to let go of certain relationships, friendships, because those interactions have served their purpose. With this never-ending story card, people will come and go, just like life is full of ups and downs, endings and beginnings. It's a never-ending story sometimes. But that's the way life is sometimes, the way it flows. So it would help to let go of control, let go of attachments. I'm being drawn to this orphan card, which makes me feel it's time to look at things in a positive light, rather than seeing yourself as a victim, so alone. Embrace this inner strength within, because your spiritual team, your ancestors, Part 3, wants to remind you of the hermit within. The answers you seek are always within you. And it's time to trust what you feel, what you sense. You can trust your inner light, trust your intuition. So Part 3, your ancestors want you to look at the type of people you've been attracting, especially in romantic relationships. Was there a need to say no and to be more authentic with those people in the past? Because your ancestors want you to come out of this way of being. They want you to work on your throat chakra, your sense of self-expression, the way you communicate to yourself and the world around you. And some of you, I feel, have been working towards these things. They also want to remind you that boundaries is an important thing. It's healthy to have boundaries. You don't have to be the person who's always there at everyone's beck and call. I feel like you're a very giving group of people. You like to be of help to others. You like to be helpful. But right now, this is a time to help yourself by taking some time out if need be. And it's also a time of self-empowerment, looking at areas where you can empower yourself, looking at areas where you can work on yourself. Because Part 3, with the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Earth card, it's time to look at how blessed you are, because blessings are coming in for you, which will offer you more freedom for expression, more room to just be who you are. Your ancestors would also like to say it's okay to release certain soul contracts if you feel like it's no longer serving your highest good, Part 3. For a small amount of you, I feel like you'll be walking away from a toxic relationship, whether that's with a friend or with a lover. I'm also guided to mention that it's okay to spend some alone time. It's okay to be self-sufficient, independent. So Part 3, embrace the beauty within, allow yourself to heal if need be, and know it's okay to start having stronger boundaries, healthier boundaries. So part 3, that's all I have for you for your reading on Messages from Your Ancestors. I hope this reading helped and you enjoyed it, and if you did, please ensure to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more video uploads, and thank you for watching. Catch you next time. Bye.